Okay, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Be real careful on try not to tap the counter. It's funny, these springs pick it up, and I can't edit that, unfortunately. So
I'm Italian. We talk with our
I know,
hands.
I
You got
hear
to
you.
lock me up.
This is How We See It. I'm Deacon Mike Sweeney, and our guest today is Father Lou Scurti. Father is from Friends of the Word. Good morning to you, Father.
Good morning. It's wonderful being here.
Thank you for coming. You were actually recently over in St. Cecilia's.
Yes, I'm their the fill-in priest. I call Saint Cecilia's my southern parish. I'm here frequently throughout the year, but I'm a reverse snowbird, so I go up when the snowbirds come down.
Up in the New York
Up
area.
to yeah, I live in Manhattan, and the church I assist at there is Saint Anthony of Padua in Little Italy. It's a wonderful parish and wonderful community, and Saint Cecilia's is fantastic
And
here.
you clearly are Italian.
Why would you think that?
Yeah.
Because my hands are swinging while with and I'm struggling to hold them next to my lap. But yeah, I'm Italian of origin. My mother was from Sicily. My father was from Abruzzo, and I still call myself Italian, but I'm an American born. Okay, so but I really appreciate my Italian heritage and
Amen.
use it a lot.
How do you say the word mozzarella?
Mozzarella.
There it is.
My nephew married into the family. It's mozzarella. Oh, it's awful the way he maskers it. Sorry, Chris, but anyway, it's mozzarella.
Right. Well, Father, we're glad you're here with us. We live in amazing times. Access to the Bible and Bible studies is everywhere. But talk about Friends of the Word. Why was it started, and how do you evangelize through it?
Okay. I used to be campus minister at William Patterson University in Wayne, New Jersey. I was campus minister for 31 years there. And in the course of the years there, it's all student organizations. Uh, I got involved with the radio station, the television station, a lot of outreach. Campus ministry ran the outreach for the entire university to developmentally disabled people, to soup kitchens, special collections for Easter, Christmas, and in the summer. So we got involved with their radio station, and then one day one of the faculty members says, "Lou, says, have you ever thought of having your own station, having your own program?" I said, "Well, I come here once a week and do it for the students, and then it was for the interns." He said, "I'd love that." So we started that. And then we went independent. We kept all the students from the university, and we used the university system, the TVs, the radios, and we started the Word Alive and Well. And it was just me and one student who played the guitar. I read the gospel and said a homily, and that was the beginning. That was a good 30 years ago. Then in 2012, I'd already retired from the university and from campus ministry. And the people who were my supporters said we should do something like the Word again. So Bob Shanahan, who is a graduate, who's an adult, and is an attorney, just retired as a matter of fact, became a hitman for me, the key person. And he did all the legalistic things and applied for permits and uh, uh, tax deferred systems and helped us to shop for things. And then we formed the board, and we have about 14 people on the board of trustees, and we meet periodically through the year. And the main function of the board is evangelization. So each member of the board is invited to send out invitations to friends of the word, to their family and friends, and that has gotten exponentially greater as the years have gone on. We wanted to make Friends of the Word that people who became friendly with the Word, Jesus Christ. So what we did was I presented, and Jerry came to every church I've been to and every campus ministry event with some of the students and recorded our homilies. And they're shot in place and then loaded up live to video streaming and Facebook and YouTube. And then from there, we take the link and we put them into our pages, which are friendsoftheword.org. And so we evangelize that way, and always invite people to quote like this and sign up to subscribe. And it's free. It's nobody gets charged anything. It's all donation based, and I like that because that it shows the enthusiasm of our audience, friends and friends and that we meet, and friends who are associated with media, and we're on all the time because it is a World Wide Web. We shoot mass definitely on Sundays and holy days and special occasions. Like since I'm here at St. Cecilia's, I've taken quite a few masses to assist at the parish. So all of those are videoed and they're on the site. We also invite guests. So about 2 weeks ago, I had a group of women who are the founders of, it's called Go Clubs. And the GO represents two words, go, girls only. It's an alternative to what they call the big box girls clubs that we have in our country, and are going a little radical. I think a little bit out of. I think they're not really serving the young ladies that they were meant to serve. So Go Clubs was organized in Arizona, and it's going strong. And a friend of mine, a mutual friend, put me in touch with them, and we interviewed them, and that all that is on Friends of the Word, and we interviewed them via Zoom. So any way we can interview people, we do.
So
So
go a little deeper into Go clubs. I've never heard of a Go club. What is it?
okay, well, you have to go on my site. You'll see all the. I'm glad you asked because that's again an invitation for the audience to go to the site friendsoftheword.org and put in Go Clubs. It's GO dash clubs. Um, if you just put Go Clubs, other things come up that are not too reputable. But so we go. We not we go. The address is Go dash Clubs Inc. And then and it's a nonprofit, and they do all the things that we would like young girls who are becoming women to get involved in. Every aspect of life. They have uh, courses that they offer. They have a training of different hobbies. The girls do a lot of charity, a lot of outreach to the public. They learn their skills, and I, you know, I've never been a scout of any sort, but I think like the skill to sew, or the skill to cook, or the skill to communicate. Okay, and the idea is that they're giving these girls a role of young women in the 21st century, where the goals of these some of these women's organizations have gotten a little wokey for me, and there are good people who want to stay basic. It's not a religious based organization, but it is very Christian in orientation. So they're one of the how can I say, groups or guests that I've interviewed. Deacon Will from Clearwater Parish, St. Cecilia, he and Kim and Jose have all been interviewed. Uh, I did a retreat there at the beginning of Lent, and that whole retreat was based on what we call Mater Dolorosa, Our Lady of Sorrows. And during the retreat, it was 3 nights, I painted the Stations of the Cross. While music was going on, prayers were being said, and as I'm painting each of the reflections, I'm describing them, like from the perspective of the people in them, from the perspective of Mary weeping for her son, Jesus looking to his mother, Veronica, and so on. And that's, again, everything I do is videoed and put up on Friends of the Word. So we have the Stations of the Cross. It was a 3-day Lenten mission at St. Cecilia's. And as a result of that, the staff were all, invited to be guests. So they're all on friendsoftheword.org as well.
When you say you painted the Stations of the Cross, On canvas or the actual ones hanging up on the wall? Because there's a
That's
big
great.
difference.
That's great. No, no, no. Okay, well, that's a great segue for one of the reasons I'm here this season, particularly, is the centennial of Saint Cecilia. It's
Right.
100 years old. You know that,
Yeah.
and that's next Saturday in Bel Air. Well, the crew, the staff of the parish who put the retreat together, had an idea. What are you going to do with the painting? Oh, the paintings are all on canvas, and they're around 24 by 30, each one of them.
Wow.
And each one is marked with the Roman numeral of the station. No words, but they're all very expressive paintings. And when they saw them all at the end, what are you going to do with them? I said, well, here at the parish, do whatever you want with them. I painted them, and it's part of the retreat. Then they thought, why not have a silent auction at the centennial celebration? And that's what happens. They planned that. They framed all the paintings. I recently met with an appraiser who had to come in to look at the paintings and appraise them for value for the auction. And I hope it'll bring a few supportive bucks to St. Cecilia's and their mission. And they're all available for sale.
Very nice.
Call Will at St. Cecilia's if you want one before the before the auction.
We're talking with Father Lou Scurti, Friends of the Word. So, Father, it seems the world right now really needs. There's so many people around the world that doubt God's love.
Right.
So, how do you address the people that are just struggling with life and doubting God's love for them? What do you say to them in your ministry?
Well, the bigger challenge is the many people who doubt God. Period. The atheists. I mean, they're running rapid like roaches. I mean, they're all over. And regrettably, how so many of them became atheists is poor Christian upbringing. Their
Absolutely.
role models were not there. So I've worked with college kids for 31 years. Now they're some of them are grandparents, but they are the keys. The young adults or adults today need to go back to basics, and I don't mean facing the wall mass and strange habits or devotions that are outdated. I mean, go back to basics. The Word, Jesus, the Scriptures, understanding Jesus. Just this morning, Paul's letter to the Philemon, talking about how much joy Philemon's relationship had built in Paul, joy and encouragement. They're very important words, and Michael Kelly calls them things like that, holy moments. Those are the times, if am in dialogue with a quote an atheist or a non-believer or someone who doubt God loves them, those are the kinds of things I bring up. Scriptural things, scriptural examples, but also personal examples. I mean, you listen to some of my homilies. You listen to enough of my homilies, you know my whole life story. Because it's a great amount of scripts I grew up with, and they're all good scripts. They're scripts of how to live, how to share, had a good family upbringing in an Italian American parish back home in Jersey City, New Jersey. So how do I encourage people? Prayer, dialogue, openness, and non-judgmental attitude. You know,
Mm.
don't, don't judge people. If you don't believe in God, I do. Let me tell you why I do. And how I do, and
That's
that's important.
It's such a huge message right now when we're out of the political time of
Oh,
the year and people are kind of mad at one another,
oh
and
yeah, yeah.
but we don't need to live like that.
I often think people sometimes are really goofy. Whatever party you were in for the recent election didn't matter. Okay, there have been people who stopped talking to each other because of who they were going to vote for. And my response to that is, you'll never meet either candidate. You'll never sit down and have breakfast with either candidate, and yet you're willing to give up a friendship or break up the family over who you're going to vote for. it's goofy. It's nonsense. Okay, good. And glad we have the system, constitutional system. Okay, we have votes. Okay, now we work with what's been given to us, and I'll never have breakfast with Donald Trump. I wouldn't mind, or even Kamala. I wouldn't mind, but I'm never going to have it. So I'm not going to base my life on their philosophy, morals, etc. Their politics, of course, do affect me, so I'll respond to that. But so I encourage people to go back to Paul's letter to Philemon. Encourage each other with love. I mean, it makes a difference in our world.
Sure does. Our guest today is Father Louis Scurti from Friends of the Word, and this is How We See It. That's 16 minutes.
Whoa!
See, I told you it was quick.
Thank you.
So,
and I got candy besides.
yeah.